Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Gold video, and today we are looking at the T34, the American Tier 8 heavy tank. First of all, big thanks to AJ Wilson on Twitch from donating or gifting this tank to me. Thanks a lot, it helps the channel a lot, really appreciate it. So, the T34, is it worth the gold? Well, yes it is. It is really powerful package. It might be a bit situational, but it's really powerful. Later with that in the game, but let's see the armor now. Front plate, total cheese. Like tier 6s will pen this. Maybe things with 150 penetration, like the Fail Panther, the Scout Panther, shit like that might bounce this, but not much else. 175mm penetration guns will most likely pen you all the time, no matter really where they aim. You can try to angle for them, but then you can expose your sights. Side scraping can be done. You see, this can be thicker than people think, and when you don't have this, you can't really, like, if you have to shoot, you can't really pick your target really well. And you see, this is all auto bounce with 120mm. So yeah, that's something to note. Turret armor, really good. This is really powerful. Weak spot up here. Gun mantle is really tough. Weak spot obviously cupola. Top of the cupola is much weaker than the bottom. Actually, I didn't know that before I looked here, but apparently that's the case. So this little cupola is thinner than the big cupola. So that's something to note. That's more or less about everything there is to say about the armor. Top armor is really poor on the turret and on the hull, so don't try to not show that to anyone. But first of all, let's talk mobility. The tank is not very fast. The top speed is 35, but it doesn't reach it on flat very well. The traverse is pretty bad. The turret traverse is extremely bad and extremely slow, so that is something to note. So, what makes this tank so special? Because for now it's not very well armored. It has turret armor, but what makes this tank special? Well, the gun more or less fits into tier 9 or 10 on a tier 9 or a 10 tank, but it is put on a tier 8 tank. So, what is the gun like? Well, 400 alpha, it's a 120mm gun, around 250 penetration, 400 alpha, and rate of fire of 4, which is quite slow. It gives you around 11 or 12 second reload, but it's not that bad. There's premium tanks with worse DPM, like the T34 for instance. Other than that, the gun aims quite long, 3.4 seconds, but it's quite accurate. With 0.35 was the number, I think. 0.35. Well, the gun depression is 8 degrees, so it's extremely good, and gun elevation is not really important because you really don't want to use it a lot, otherwise your tank will be a huge weak spot. So, equipment on this is word stabs, gun laying drive, and gun laying. You can switch gun laying drive for ventilation, maybe it will work better for you, but I prefer the gun laying drive. General thought, on tanks that have more than 3 second aiming time, gun laying drive is a really good choice, and first shot and E75 is cooking. For crew skills, since this is a premium tank, you don't really have to have dedicated crew for this, and so the crew skills are not really important, but repairs are really nice, and Sixth Sense is always nice. So, tactics with this, go hull down whenever you can, wherever you can. Other than that, if you cannot go hull down, you have to side scrape. As you see, I just took out the tier 9 tank almost from full health on my own, so yeah, this gun is really powerful. It is not afraid. This is one of the premium, probably the only premium tank that does not give a shit what kind of a matchmaking it is in, because you can pen everything you shoot at. And not a lot of premium tanks can say that, and not a lot of premium tanks can pen an E75's lower plate like that. So the penetration is really penetration and the alpha damage is really what makes this tank. It has the highest alpha damage from all the heavy tanks in tier 8, which is really nice. You can see the E75 has the stock turret, so I'm not afraid to just put one right into his turret. 250 penetration, and his turret armor is like 180, so no chances of bouncing that. And since he has the stock gun, he has the stock gun as well, so I'm not afraid to trade shots as well. And my alpha is higher than his, so yeah, look at that T34 there, T32 that is. Such strong maneuvers. So yeah, trading shots, side scraping can't work as well. This T32 isn't a very strong player, is he? Side scraping, trading shots, the tank is really slow, it turns slow, so you have to predict what's gonna happen. You really can't afford to be caught out in this because, well, it doesn't really matter that much. The only issue is if you get tracked. The thing is, you lose more than half of your traverse. Okay, you can't turn your turret very fast. So if you get tracked, you can't really turn it all. So this tank is really prone to getting flanked and fucked over that way. But if you get a strong position that you can hold, or you can just trade shots with lower tier tanks or the same tier tanks, you should be absolutely fine. Another thing to note: the turret is huge. So if you might not even realize how big it is till somebody shoots you in the side. And in the side of the turret or in the back of it, so that's a big note. The back of the turret armor, that was some server lag. That should not have happened. That was the first bounce in this game, I think, and that was only because I didn't wait a bit longer. I fired faster than I should, and this is what you want to do when something like attacking comes right close to you. You have to try to face him because he can't really escape from that. Sitting in the open with this tank is really bad. The pure view range is actually only 360, which is really bad for a tier 8. So if you're caught in the open, you probably are going to die. So do not try that. And now I'm just trying to go hull down because behind the dead tank. Dead tanks are really useful as hull down cover as well. And he fires and misses, so I can get the kill now. So almost 4k damage and one target left. We still aren't winning like 100%. We have a lot of low health people, but we have a full health T30. So the victory should be ours no matter what happens with me or the other guy on low health. And we have still this guy. And this guy, see that T34? He's a fucking asshole, and you'll see why a bit later. So the Tiger 2 pops up over here, and look at this T34. He's doing it completely wrong. Okay, he fired, he missed, or whatever. It doesn't matter really. But he's sitting in the open. Why would you do that? Just fall back. You have 12-second reload. This is a stock Tiger 2 with like 5-second reload. Look at that guy. What an idiot. That's not the best of it though. Like, now I can go side scraping. This guy has a pretty big gun. It probably is the Tiger 2 gun. So I don't really have to be so afraid. And just side scrape. He fires, bounces. You roll out a bit more, shoot him in the face, and look at this fucking idiot. Look what he's doing. Thanks, buddy. Pal. Friend. Paintball warriors. Fucking hell. That idiot got completely owned by the Tiger, and when I was starting to own the Tiger 2, he just pushed me out and killed me. So yeah, thanks, bro. Here's the end plates. The tank makes pretty sweet credits. 4.7k damage, 300 spotting, 140k before repairs and ammo, and 160k profit. So yeah, the tank makes pretty sweet credits. The fact you have to note is that the shells are quite expensive, so you don't really want to miss them or spam them. I have 14 out of 14 hits. One didn't pen because I took it too quickly on the Tiger 2, that one that was like a server lag shit or whatever. And when this tank can shoot other people that are not really focusing it or not shooting back in close ranges, is going to be extremely powerful. The gun can sometimes troll you. You have to aim quite long to hit the shots you're aiming for. And another thing, it has a lot of fucking crew. It's like 6 people. None of the other American heavies have more than 4. So you'll have to have 2 crews, or you'll have to have extra people if you only have 1 American heavy tank. Something I almost forgot to mention, this tank does not get preferential matchmaking, so tier 10s, you're going to be seeing them, but it's not a problem really, because when you have a gun like this is the most powerful gun in tier 8 on any heavy tank, so you have absolutely no problems facing tier 10s, and you can pen more or less anything from the front, shooting it in the weak spots obviously. Even though the T34 can be a bit situational at some points, it's a really powerful package, and it is totally worth the gold. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.